Oh my god, a new Mazdaspeed 3 is probably got to be unveiled tomorrow. Tomorrow on the 8th of July, the new Mazdaspeed 3 will probably be unveiled. It is insane. Today we're going to be talking about the chances of it being a Mazdaspeed 3 and what we can expect from the next Mazdaspeed 3. Now, where does this all spew from? Well, there's a video on the Mazda USA channel called Prepare for Launch. There's a car revving and it says prepare for launch and there's red. That means it's going to be a sports car. It has to be. And it says it'll be unveiled tomorrow, the 8th of July. Now that doesn't have to be a Mazdaspeed 3. That just has to be surely a sporty car. So let's talk about all the chances of these other cars. One car they do say that they want to make is a rear-wheel drive inline 6 version of the Mazda 6, the next generation. I don't think it'll be this because they haven't been developing that inline 6 for that long. Also, that video definitely sounded like a 4-pot, not a 6-pot. Another car they could be making is that RX Vision, that future RX-9. I'm sure there would have been more leaks and news if it wasn't RX-9. Also, if it is rotary, it definitely sounds like a 4-pot, and if they use that inline 6, like I said before, they haven't been developing it for that long, and that doesn't sound like an inline 6. One thing that does use a 4-cylinder that could be is a Mazdaspeed Miata MX-5. You can ask whatever you want to call it. You know, that makes sense, people want more power from it, but here's the thing, the Mazda Miata is getting along in its age. It's an older chassis. I doubt that they'll be making big changes to it now when there's something like the newer Mazda 3 that they could make changes on, make a hot hatch. And Mazda did say a little while ago that if the community speaks loud enough that we want a new Speed 3, they will make a new Speed 3. We spoke loud. We could have spoken louder, I think. So yeah, and there are executives in Mazda that say that it is important for them to have it, but other people saying it's not, so. I reckon it probably is. So I reckon out all those possibilities, chances, I reckon the Mazdaspeed 3 has got the highest chance of being revealed tomorrow. But before we talk about what's the new Mazdaspeed 3 is going to be like, we need to talk about two cars that will become into it. So first of all, the Mazda 3 TCR, the full-on race car, wide-bodied. It's got a 2-litre turbo putting out 350 horsepower. So all the suspensions, chassis, brake mods, and all that to make it be a complete beast on the track. And it looks so damn good. Another car that has been confirmed is a 2.5-litre turbo automatic Mazda 3. That 2.5 turbo will fit in, that means. Now, we know this is happening from leaked dealer documents that say that there will be a 2.5-litre automatic all-wheel drive coming. Don't get your hopes up, that's some DSG thing. Mazda don't have any DSG boxes, and also it'll probably just be like the premium luxury Mazda 3. Because, you know, the standard Mazda 3, journalists say it's pretty slow, and I think that will definitely fix it. Yeah. However, here's the thing. With that video, that could be the 2.5-litre automatic Mazda 3. They could be completely snaking us coming out with that. You know, but I don't think they're that dumb. If you look at all the responses and all that, what fans think, they wouldn't be that dumb to create all this hype just for a Mazda 3. They gotta get so much hate, they're not gonna do that. And especially with the Supra that's just happened, the Corvette, all that hate, they're definitely not going down that road. So just keep those two cars in mind. Now let's talk about what I think the next Mazdaspeed 3 will be like, what we can expect. So we should expect the car to be more focused on speed than handling. Now you want to see where Mazda's heading and what this new Mazda 3 is like. It's a very refined car. And that's the way Mazda wants to head more into that luxury path. So handling's gonna be harder to nail down. You know, that old Speed 3, that raw, rocket, monster character, I don't think will so much be here. But Mazda executives that do want a Speed 3 will say that they'll make sure it's fast, which we like to hear. However, it'll probably be more of a GTI rival than a Golf R. But last time the Mazdaspeed 3 was meant to be a GTI rival, but it was faster than the Golf R, so take that pretty lightly. So now let's talk about probably the worst possible scenario, then we'll talk about the best possible scenario from the Mazdaspeed 3. So the first one will be more based, you know, off the standard Mazda 3. Could be as bad as that 2.5-litre auto all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive though is great. Auto I'm not so sure on, but there are good automatic transmissions out there, like the ZF, that's the torque converter and that's a great transmission. Probably won't use that, but yeah. And from a hot hatch you don't want an automatic transmission. We can also expect, you know, some better suspension and appearance upgrades, perhaps some blacked out stuff, some ground effects and all that. Not a very serious track car, but more about speed. So we can expect for that 2.5 turbo to put out about 250 horsepower, that's what it puts out in the CX-9. That is down 10 horsepower than the last Speed 3. but it is up 30 pound-feet more, so it has got less power and more weight, so it probably wouldn't be faster, but it would be all-wheel drive. I think that's the worst possible thing for the Mazdaspeed 3, then if that does happen, you have to keep in mind, this is the start point. Mazda may see that people want a sportier version of this and then create a faster, stiffer, manual version. Because when they see the demands there, they'll probably try to cater for that because more sales and all that. Now let's talk about the best possible scenario, so that's where we get back to that TCR model. At the very top end it might have that 350 horsepower engine, all-wheel drive, with the manual and the full suspension, chassis mods and all that, this stiffness. So in terms of engine, they might actually use that 2 litre from the TCR, the 350 horsepower, but they probably will use that 2.5 litre turbo and up the boost, change the timing. Might not be 350 horsepower, but let's say that it's the top amount of horsepower would be, and that's the same as the Focus RS, so that's pretty serious. And that is, like he said, fast. If it's meant to be a GTI ST rival and it's beating Focus RS, damn. And with all-wheel drive, that's gotta be a serious car. Put in a manual, that's gotta make it so fun, but the only reason why I'm thinking that might not happen is that currently you can't buy an all-wheel drive manual. You can only buy a front-wheel drive manual, or hey, they might not even do all-wheel drive, they might just do a front-wheel drive manual Speed 3. But I'm sure they can fit a manual onto the all-wheel drive drivetrain. That would be insane. And, you know, they can use a lot of stuff that I've learned from the TCR, you know, the suspension, the bushings, the roll bars, braces and all that, to make it stiffer, you know, remove some weight. It could be a complete beast. I say it'll probably fall between these two somewhere. I'm more tempted towards that 2.5 turbo to expect from it, the automatic version, the lower end, just because, you know, they're not that confident with the Speed 3, so I don't think they'll be going with that TCR model. My guess is we'll probably put out about 290 horsepower all-wheel drive manual, minor handling improvements, and stuff like that. But hey Mazda, you could prove me wrong. But just remember that if it is that worst one, that automatic, that they may then see the demand for a sportier version and make it. Also, the name of it, I don't think it'll be called the Mazdaspeed 3 or the 3 MPS, because they are wanting to go for that more upmarket scale, and the Mazdaspeed name, you know, when you think of Mazdaspeed, they're quite raunchy, they're monsters, Torgster and all that. That is what I think the new Mazdaspeed 3 will happen, and hopefully tomorrow we'll see it together and it will be a Mazdaspeed 3. I'm so hyped. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and see you next time.